You're welcome to day 4 of our job search challenge, Upwork edition. So, yesterday we mastered the hook, right? The first line that makes a client stop scrolling and pay attention. That is the hook. But then a hook by itself is not enough. So, once you have their attention, you must show them value, okay? You must show them results and then end with a clear call to action. That is why today I'll show you how to write proposal with value and call to action so that your proposal don't just get read but also replies. So think about this. A client don't just hire you to do tasks, right? They hire you because they want something to change. They want their struggles to vanish. For example, a CEO hire a virtual assistant because they want time back, right? A business owner hire a social media manager because they want visibility, they want engagement. And a founder, okay, they hire customer support assistant because they want happy customers who return after a happy experience. Okay, so when writing a proposal, don't just stop at saying, I can do X, I can do Y. Always connect to it. Okay, this is what you will gain if I do X. This is what you achieve if I do Y. All right, that is the formula for value. What you do plus the benefit or the result it gives the client. After stating the value, okay, you have to give your client confidence that you will deliver. So this could be like a quick plan of how you do it, a quick success story, or something like a small promise like a free sample or trial. So you make sure you keep it short, like 2 to 3 sentence max. Okay, you are not writing an essay, so you just have to keep it short and you have to show credibility. Now, finally, is our call to action. This is where most freelancers fail, I must tell you. They write a great hook, they show value, and then they stop there. No next step, no closing, nothing. They just stop there. Now, a strong call to action tells the client exactly what to do next because you don't just leave them hanging. A winning proposal should have this structure. It should have the hook to catch your client's attention. It should have a value to show the benefits or the result you bring. You should have a proof or a plan to show credibility or process. And finally, it should have a call to action to show a client the next step or the next approach to take. Let's head over to Upwork and work on a proposal. Here on Upwork, like I taught you on how to search job, I am in my best matches, okay? This is my best matches. I told you I always go there first. Let's try applying for urgent virtual assistant needed. Now you can see the whole details right here. So the first thing I want to do is to check out how much hourly, 6 to 11 dollars hourly, entry level. So anyone can go do this, all right? Now this job was posted an hour ago. Now what am I doing right now? I'm trying to scan through the whole thing so I know if it's a job suitable for me. I've checked it's payment verified. The client has spent 6K plus, which is okay, and 20 plus 50 proposal already sent. Let's just check in. Let me click on it and see what's happening inside. Let me see the job details. So this is 12 connects. You need 12 connect to connect, 12 connect to apply to this job. Now, before writing any proposal, read it properly. Read it properly. You have to be so confident that you can do this. Even if you cannot do everything, at least let it be like 80%. You can do at least 80% of the job. You don't want to, starting out, you don't want to go and mess up things starting out. I'm not trying to scare you. But you don't want to get bad review, okay? Now, if it's something, there are a lot of easy jobs. So if it's something you can't do, move to the next one. Check the next one. Keep searching. There are a lot of jobs. Oh, he's already interviewing 2 people. All right. And he last viewed by client was 22 minutes ago. 20 plus 50 proposal. Maybe that's why people stop submitting, because now this kind of proposal they attract, this kind of job brief, they attract a lot of proposal. We're seeking a proactive virtual assistant to assist with brand outreach efforts. Your primary responsibility will include researching potential brands and finding the perfect fit and their contact information, as well as sending outreach emails, following the messaging sequence we give you. Okay, this is good for entry level. No wonder. They're going to give you a messaging sequence that you use to do this work. So whenever you see a job that the client is going to give you some assistance, you don't need to worry. Okay, you don't need to worry at all, because he or she just need you to know the basics. Okay, they're going to give you some kind of system to work for them. So you don't need to create any system. They're already giving you a system right here. So now you might want to just check out the client history. This one, it has like how many stars here? 4.8, which is good. And so just read through the client. Oh, now this is what I call review. 2 stars. When you read and you see the person's flaws and it's something you can cope with, go ahead and apply. So after I've read all this, I'm just showing you how I apply for my this thing. Even though it has 2 interviews and it was seen 22 minutes ago, for the fact it's just 2 interviews and I've not seen hired, nobody has been hired yet. Abi, has Upwork removed the higher this thing? I'm not seeing hired here. But let's just say we want to apply for this job because this is a good one for entry level. All right. 2 people still interviewing. Now, this is how I'm going to do this. After I've read through everything, I am going to start this with. So, reading through this summary, I can tell you this client poured out his or her pain point. The client is looking for brand outreach. The client is looking for visibility. He's looking for researching team to help him gather informations. All right. Now, those are the pain points. I'm going to write this with a pain point hook. So this is how I draft my proposal. I first start with a hook. Then I show the client the value I bring. I show the client the result. I finally give a call to action. That is how you write a proposal. So let's say I want to send it. Now, remember we got the name Eleanor from Upwork. This is where I got the name, okay? This person already called Eleanor here. And there's also somewhere else someone called the client's name. So this is where you get the client's name. You can see it here too. To confirmation is already okay for you. And look at it here too. So you already know this person's name is Eleanor. So you go ahead and address the person by the first name. That is the first connection. Now we go ahead. You want to apply for this job. You click here. Apply now. This particular job summary is so easy. Why did I say it's so easy? This client made it so easy for people to apply. There are some job brief that the client will require you to answer some questions. Just take your time and answer those questions. I'm trying to apply for this job. What I have here is my general profile. This is a research work, okay? It's a research and a brand research and brand visibility. So I'm going to choose the best profile that matches this. I'm going to go with social media marketing. Let me go with the second one. This is what I tell you about specialized profile. Whenever you are applying, try to use a specialized profile that speaks directly to your client in case he or she wants to view your profile to see your portfolio samples and all that. Okay, then he or she is going to be entering the profile that speaks to his struggles, that speaks to his problems. All right, that is the good thing about specialized profile. So I've selected that specialized profile, then scroll down, see the client's budget, $6 to $11, and my price on my profile is $10. So I'm just going to leave it like that. So if you want to, maybe you're starting out and you want to be on a good side, you can just decide to make it like $6, the list there. So now Upwork is telling you here that it's going to take 15% service charge. Before it was 10%. So hey, these people don't like money. Oh. Then that means I'm going to be receiving 8.5 when they remove their 150. Then keep scrolling down. I told you this person made it so simple. So here you're allowed to schedule a rate increase. That is, if you want a client to increase the rates, maybe if it's going to be a long-term job. Let me see if it's a long-term job. Some clients will state how many months you work for them. I think she did not do that. She did not do that here, but trust me, if you can get a long-term job, it will be very, very good. So let's go ahead and choose our rate. So I want this client to increase my salary every 3 months by 10%. All right. So it's going to increase it by 10%. Remember, my own is $10. So it's going to increase it by 10% every 3 months. So let's say at the end of the month, if he's paying me $300, after 3 months, he's going to add extra $30 to the 300 to make it 330. After the next 3 months, he's going to add another 30 to make it $360. After the next, that's the way it works. So, and Upwork is giving you the fees you receive here, because I said I want increase every 3 months. So he's giving me every 3 months I'll get extra this, every after 6 months extra this, and so that is the way. So here is where I put my cover letter. All right, so I'll just go ahead and put my cover letter. Your cover letter could also be referred as proposal. Please, when you're writing a cover letter, try as much as possible to space it. I see people writing and they cluster the words together. Space it out. All right, space it out. Like here, I need to space here out a little so it will be easy to read. That's how I do mine, so that when it's so much together like that, it's just make it easy to read for your clients. So that is it for our proposal. So here is where you can attach any work samples related to this kind of job. If you've done something similar before, this is where you attach it just to strengthen your proposal. And then here you can add a relevant portfolio project, portfolio sample, okay? And then if you have a certificate, you can also add it here. So this is the place where you boost your proposal, but it's optional. But I want to tell you, if you have a job, like how it happened to me when I applied for this job, if you have a job that is calling your name, a job that is speaking to you, well, I can deliver on this job, I have everything to stand out, boost your proposal. Boost it. When I mean boost it, put it at the top. See, this person boosted. This person on the fourth place should have been the first person that boosted, because after boosting with 1 connect, another person boosted with 5 and got ahead of him or her. Then another person boosted with 6 and got ahead of the two of them. Then lastly, another person boosted with 7 extra connect to get ahead of all of them and be on number 1. So when a client comes, he sees these two people first. Even though the person below the first one actually came first, submitted first. But he's going to see these first two first. He's going to see their proposal first. That is how Upwork is right now. It's almost like survival of the fittest. So if you're ready for Upwork, invest your time, your energy, your money. I keep saying it. You're going to reap from it. So if you can boost the proposal, trust me, you all need to add extra connect to it and bid and boost it. So this is how you do it. Click on this. Now Upwork have already noted that the person on the first place bidded with 7. So that's why Upwork have already suggested 8 for you here to bid with 8. So all you need to do is to click on set bid. When you click on the set bid, Upwork is going to reshuffle your bid. It's not going to be 12 again. It's now 20. Because Upwork added 8 to the 12 that was required. This job required 12 connects, right? But because of extra connects that people have used to bid, and you want to take the first place ahead of number 7, this the person that used last with 7 bid, you have to bid with 8, and you're going to send your proposal with 12 instead of, sorry, with 20 instead of 12. So that is how it is. Trust me, for an entry level job, this is good. This is good. That is how you go about it. So day 4 of our journey, our challenge, I've taught you proposal writing and how you can actually send this proposal. So guys, do well to rehearse this proposal writing and share your struggles with me in the community. All right, I want to see the kind of proposals that you can come up with. All right, I want to see them.